Utah, give me 2.
What up? No, it's Michael Govier. This is the Pallazzo Podcast, and you're with your triumvirate of silliness and information. It's Britton Allen. It's Mike Virginia, as we're calling him now. It's all three of us in the house. Mike's back and healthy. Mike, good to have you back, man. We missed you last week. Glad you're here because it's important to have you. We want you. We need
Thank
you.
you guys. Yeah, I appreciate it. It was a rough week last week, but I'm happy to be back.
My son's a loser.
I don't think anyone's a loser here on this show, so that's just not cool. Britton, how you feeling today? Live from Tennessee.
I'm feeling great, and I'm so happy to have Mike back because he could have been a tiebreaker in our epic discussion of Rushmore and Royal Tenenbaums.
Stupid.
Which receives backlash like I never could have imagined.
That's
in
putting
my
it
life.
mildly.
So, but
should I be the deciding vote and tell you my vote on it right now?
Well, we have to re-argue the whole thing. Like you have to be there in the heat of the moment because I know I won the argument. So you didn't get to hear it. So, well,
I'm not sure.
We'll call it a tie. Yeah, we'll call it a tie and move on. But
I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, I can set it up for you here, but go ahead, Mike. Break the tie between Rushmore and Royal Tenenbaums. Which is the superior film?
Royal Tenenbaums.
I knew it. See? Sorry, bud. I love Rushmore. Mike likes Rushmore, I assume.
I do. I like it. I just like Royal Tenenbaums better. That's all.
Because you're a functioning human being. That's why. You're in the live chat. Jump
fine.
in like Anthony here. Harambe. He really wants to talk about Harambe. I don't remember much. Harambe was a gorilla, right, that died? Is that the story there?
I think they killed him and a lot of people were upset about it. So
is that how you remember it, Britton?
No, I have no idea what any of that Harambe business is.
I don't either. Yeah,
Frankly, it's suspect is what it is.
It is suspect. I will tell you that. Anthony says Govier hates me and he hates Kent. Yeah, that's true. And Anthony loves Harambe. That's fair, Anthony. On today's show, we've got some MLB love letters for you. That's right. We're going to pay tribute to some of the players this year who have really just really a lot to us this year. They've really opened our hearts to love and to appreciate what they can do on a baseball field in particular. That's all part of the fun. And, we got some other stuff in store. We'll talk about the catch of the day and some players on the mend. Still Tippin is a new segment I'm debuting this week. We're debuting. These are players who are still cruising but shouldn't be. I actually looked up because Still Tippin is a classic Mike Jones song from the 2000s. But
classic.
Yeah, and I was like, wait a minute. So what exactly does Still Tippin' mean? I had to Google it just so I had the clear definition. And apparently it means cruising. So that's why I put it in the context of these players who are still cruising in MLB, but I'm not really sure they should be. So a whole bunch more.
Y'all are country, okay? I mean, I'm country. Y'all are city. And talk city people cruise. Country people like me who grew up in a barn in Jackson, Tennessee, Tippin is cow tipping at night when the cows are asleep. You go and you walk up and you have your natural light 12-pack with you, and then you push over the poor unsuspecting cow, and that's what you do on Friday nights out here in the country.
This is country though, in a way. Like this is South, I would say. You're from Tennessee. You're living in Tennessee.
Yeah.
This is Houston. This is deep Texas, deep South.
Yeah, like the Ghetto Boys was.
Yeah, exactly.
Deep down, my mind is playing tricks on me.
Ghetto Boys, Master P, No Limit. It's Louisiana, it's Texas, it's all down there. So we'll cover that and more on today's show. First off, right off the top though, Mike. Anything really catching your fancy lately, baseball-wise? We didn't have you on last week, so I just want to get your latest. Like, wow, this is happening right now. We had a perfect game, which I don't give a shit about. I think it's the biggest joke of a perfect game there ever was. Domingo Herman has been busted before for using shit this season, the sticky tack spider stuff, and then he got to stay in a game where he struck out 11 Twins, and Rocco Baldelli went apeshit about it, but then he throws a perfect game against the A's.
Yeah, I don't care about it enough either. I woke up and saw it too because I didn't stay up for the entire game to watch it. I'm like, oh, cool, and then went out about my day. So does it really even count? I mean, even two. I mean, he faced the Athletics, so let's
I
be
don't blame you.
honest here.
Damn good
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I think it's great baseball to watch. I know I'm a tad biased, but Reds, Orioles, like, could there be two more exciting teams right now going on facing each other? Like,
that is fun.
Super cool. A lot of offense. I've been really excited watching those past couple of games. So,
hell yeah. Anthony says Britton Allen reminds me of Kenny Rogers. I don't really see that at all. They don't have the hair.
You got to know when to hold them.
No, you don't have the silver locks. Your hair has color in it. So,
it's starting to go. But what little I have left, it still has a little bit of color. But since I've become a father, everything's turning gray. I don't know if you can see it over here, but
yeah, we try not to like focus on that, but it's true.
Well, whatever.
Did you watch the perfect game at all, Britton? Did you come in your pants?
I watched the entire game, and with all due respect, Mike 1, Mike 2, two Mikes, y'all are completely wrong. Mike Virginia, y'all are. I can't believe y'all don't respect the magic.
Oh, I respect the perfect game. A perfect game is unique.
Yeah, I respect it too. It's just Domingo Germán gave 15 earned runs in 2 games before that. So
that's the magic of baseball. Yes, he did. He had, and I know that because I had him in many places, including draft and whole leagues, where I actually started him. And 4 of those 2 disaster games, and then the perfect game here. But I know Domingo Germán has got a lot of baggage, but 27 major league hitters. I know it's the A's, but still 27 major league hitters, 27 down, no batter reached base. And yes, there's some good defense. It's happened. How many times? I wrote it down. It's 24 times in over 140 years of 200,000+ games. Like, look, as much as you don't like Domingo, you have to respect the fact that it was an awesome, magical performance. And I give a lot of credit to Kyle Higgy-Akashoka, a.k.a. Kyle Higgy, his catcher, who was making all the right moves just as much as Domingo Germán. The catchers never get any respect. They're the ones calling the game. Don't. And Domingo did, shake off here and there because he was feeling whatever. But congratulations for Kyle. Congratulations for Domingo. I don't agree with you, but whatever. Oh, but can I do a quick trivia? Oh, hold on. Can I do a quick trivia question? Okay, so Domingo Germán had the perfect game. That's the 3rd in the history of the Oakland Coliseum. Can you name the other 2 pitchers who pitched a perfect game in Oakland?
Well, Dallas Braden right away. That's one.
Ding, ding, ding.
And you want to take a shot at the other one, Mike?
Is it recent, or is it like relatively recent, or is it a long, long time ago?
1968, the year that the Oakland Coliseum opened.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was either Vita Blue or Catfish Hunter.
God, that's a great guess, Michael. It was Catfish Hunter, and in that game, it was 4-0 Catfish because it was pitchers hit back then. He scored 4 RBI in his perfect game. Catfish Hunter.
Shit! Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. That's pretty cool. Chan says, I agree with Britton. Let's not celebrate Germán's perfect game, but let's celebrate his perfect game call. Higgs' perfect game call.
Kyle Higgy.
Yeah, good job, Higgy. The only Higgy I grew up on was Bobby Higginson, by the way. That's the original Higgy, for those of you that are talking about Kyle Higashioka. For me, Bobby Higginson started it all many years ago in the 90s when the Tigers were trash, and it was a different time in our lives. That's right.
Go Tigers.
So, I don't respect Domingo Germán, but I do respect the perfect game. It's also just a lucky thing. It's only happened, 20 times now? Is this the 20th?
24th.
Is it 24th?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's super rare, but it's also about luck. It's not so much about the guys who did it. If you look at the list, I mean, Mark Burley, he was a solid pitcher. Who was the other guy? The other asshole in Chicago did it, who was total no-namer from like 10 years ago. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Mark Burley, who is, I believe, in the Hall of Fame, by the way, but Roy Halladay.
No.
Yeah, Mark Burley's not a Hall of Famer.
Who's the other White Sox guy that did it recently?
Philip Humber.
Yes, Phil Humber. That's what I was thinking of. That guy was just a fucking afterthought.
I've never heard of that. I've never heard that name in my life.
I totally forgot he even threw one. So
that's the only reason I remember him. But it is memorable. But he's not a great pitcher. But it's a great moment.
Yeah, it's a great moment. And Matt Cain in 2012. Y'all remember Matt Cain?
Yep.
And the most recent, other than obviously Domingo, was King Felix Hernandez in Seattle. 1-0 won that game. So congratulations, King Felix. Always one of my favorites because he had that cool little king tattoo on his neck, right there, the little thing.
That's putting it mildly.
Jasper says White Sox rule. Well, I don't know anything about that. But let's get into our focus here where we try to talk about what's going on in the world. We keep you guys up to date on the business of the show. We fire up that stupid song I play every time from the Flight of the Conchords. I just have to type it in because I'm not prepared because I just did another show right before this. And now I'm doing another show right here live with Britton and Mike. It is the Pallazzo Podcast. 2 L's, 2 Z's. It's business time. Thank you so much for being here. We applaud you for taking your time out of your day to listen to this show or to watch it live, however you do it, or to watch it after the fact. You can rewatch it anytime you want on YouTube. Isn't that true, Mike?
That is true. That is very true. And we tweet out the links next day, too. So
that's right.
If you're not in the Discord, make sure you do that, too, because that's also where you can get some useful fantasy baseball information as well.
Yeah, Mike's got his own channel. Britton, you can have your own channel, but you're never in there, so we're just not even going to worry about the Discord and you. It's not. That's beyond you. That's like.
I look for Discord. DIKORD. I couldn't find it anywhere, so something's wrong.
Yeah, Anthony says Doc Ellis threw a no-no on LSD. That's skill. That's a no-hitter. That's much different, but it did happen. Did you know that, Govier? Yes, I did know that. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate that. As far as business time, standard issue. Check out our Discord. It's totally free, and we're here to help you. Mike's got his own channel. Ask Mike anything, anytime. He wants to help you. You can do that there in the Discord or on Twitter. Follow Mike at MKB Fantasy. Follow Britton. Britton Allen, 2 T's, 2 L's.
Utah. Give me 2.
And MJ Govier, and of course, Pallazzo Podcast, 2 L's, 2 Z's. Read my new Groovy with Govier. That's pretty cool. It's on FTN Fantasy every Tuesday. Also, every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, I go live on FTN Fantasy's network YouTube channel. And then I do about 15 minutes about what's going on for the week to come. Player ads, 2-start pitching streamers. It's a lot of fun. Britton, how about It's Gone? What's going on with It's Gone this week or next week?
Yes, It's Gone is presented by Sports Ethos. Shout out to Joe Arico. I know you know him, Michael. I don't know if you've met him.
Yep.
It's important to say Orico. When I first met him, I was calling him Joe Orico. It's kind of like Ortho
or Oracle
from He-Man.
Matrix?
Orko from He-Man. That's right.
Oh,
Ortho's the bug company. Ortho's the bug company.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so Joe Arico, great guy. He's at Sports Ethos.
Or Otho from Beetlejuice.
Don't say that 2 more times. But It's Gone is a weekly podcast I sometimes have guests, but generally it's just by myself, and I talk about players that I love to pick up before the fab runs. But you can just find it at my Twitter, Britton Allen, BrittonAllan. And that's about it. And also follow Joe Arico if you can too. It's Joe ORRICCO at I believe it's 99. So give Joe a shout out.
And Mike, follow you on Twitter, MKB Fantasy. Anything else we need to know about? What's going on with your weekly article? What's going on? We Know Fantasy. Fill us in. Tell us stuff.
Yeah, so just doing the weekly waiver wire article for right now. Like I said, I try to do some more content within those. So I do friendly hitter matchups, the worst hitter matchups, the schedule for the week as well, which is useful information. So for those of you guys who stream hitters, stream pitchers, look for somebody hot to pick up, check it out.
Hell yeah. Jasper says, what's up, Mike and Britton? This is the new crew. Jasper's one of the original members of the show. He's one of the first guys to ever be here. He's been with us for a long time, so he loves the new blood we got. And Jamie wants to know, why isn't it's MKB, but whatever, MKB's channel in the Pallazzo Friends? Well, I'll tell you exactly why that is, because Mike is officially part of the Pallazzo show, and the Pallazzo Friends are people that are friends of the show, but they're not officially on the show. So if you need to hear that truth directly, Jamie, then yeah, that's it. That's exactly what it is. Mike joined the show. Britton joined the show. This is not like guest host. This is our show we do every week, right, Mike?
That's right. Yeah, happy to be a part of it too, and I love working with you guys. It's super fun. Love all three of us here.
That's right. Very
And
good stuff.
Can I give a quick shout out to Jasper? This is a true story. When my family and I were driving back from vacation from Hilton Head, South Carolina, we drove by a city called Jasper, Georgia, Jasper, and I literally said, "Oh, that's where Jasper from the YouTube is from." Of course it's not, but I saw Jasper on the highway, so it made me think of our Jasper. So shout out.
I
to
know
Jasper.
that one. I've been by there. I recognize that sign. I've been past that sign, I think.
Yeah,
in Georgia.
outside of Macon, Georgia.
Oh, beautiful. Macon, Georgia. That's a nice area, too. All right, everybody, there it is. That's the business time. Also, don't forget, we got the Patreon. As far as Tout Wars, I wanted to update you guys on my Tout Wars efforts. I'm in Tout Wars. It's a pleasure to be there this year. Thanks to Jeff Erickson, everybody who let me be aboard. I'm in the 12-team head-to-head points league where Frank Stanfield is the 2-time champ. I'm 7-5. It's head-to-head. You get one win or a loss for the week. So I'm 7-5. I feel good. I'm in the top 6 for sure right now. All you want to do, guys, is be in the top 6 in head-to-head. That's what matters most, right?
That's correct.
That's awesome. 7-5 against that level of competition is
Pretty damn
extremely
good.
impressive. I know Frank's a 2-time winner. You mentioned that. I actually met him at Arizona, where I saw you, Michael, too.
That's right.
And he was in my draft and hold league that we drafted out there in November. He's in first place in that league too. So shout out to Frank Stanfield.
Flawless victory.
This guy knows what he's doing.
Oh, damn. Yeah, Mike's going to plan to be out there too. Mike's going to make his debut in Arizona this year, aren't you, Mike?
I am hyped. Yeah, I am going to be at First Pitch Arizona. So for those of you guys who are going and all the other analysts that'll be there, I'm excited to meet everyone. Obviously, connect with you guys. Britton, are you heading there too?
I am 100%. I'm in. So
Got the whole crew going.
The whole crew. I absolutely love First Pitch Arizona with the baseball HQ guys that put it on, like KC Bubba and Ryan Bloomfield and Ray Murphy. And I know I'm forgetting a bunch of other people, but all great people. I could talk for 5 minutes about how much I love First Pitch. And I went there by myself last year, not knowing anybody, just some random dude. And I just hung out and didn't have a even remotely close to a weird or bad experience. Like everything was cool.
That's putting it mildly.
Yeah, it's expensive because you make a flight and you got to do that, but it's worth it. So
I'm glad you brought that up because I learned as I posted the other day, guys. If we're all fantasy players and we're fantasy people trying to make money in this, we play money, profit. We play to win. So get your Schedule C forms for your taxes in order, and you can get all that stuff written off. Your flight, everything, your expenses, every expense. You keep every receipt for every single thing. I just finally learned this. I'm a dipshit. I'm a 42-year-old who was never taught anything about economics when he was growing up. So I'm going to be making sure that I write all this stuff off for next year. I learned from the best, folks.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, and I want you all to do the same.
Awesome.
For real. If you're playing, do your thing. Jasper says, might make my way out there this year. Ooh, Jasper, I'd love to see you out there, dude. That'd be cool.
Do it.
Finally meet you in person. All right. That's the business of the day. Let's get into leading off. All right, let's get our catch of the day.
Our first catch of the day.
Let's kick it off. Somebody was excited about Matt McLain, apparently. Who was that? Which one of you was excited about Matt McLain? I wonder who it is.
That's me. If you've been following me on Twitter for the past couple of days, the guy's been scorching hot, and I did get a lot of questions on people asking me, "Hey, is it time to move on? Should I try to deal him? Should I drop him for some of these other hitters?" And I'm like, "What?" He just doesn't get enough love. Rightfully so. Ellie's been the talk of the town. I know people are pining for CES and Andrew Abbott, and the team's really fun. I get it, but over the past 2 weeks, he's hitting 319, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs, and a staple in that two-hole, and plays at Coors Light. You like that?
Well,
Michael?
he's in the 3-hole, right? Isn't Ellie in the 2-hole? Whatever. But
No, Ellie's been batting 4. McLain's been batting 2.
Oh, he has?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought he got ousted. That's why I said that.
Yeah. So I love him. And again, I play in Yahoo, and I'm just shocked. I'm going to keep mentioning him until his roster percentage is in the 80s. I said that.
It's also football time, right? There's a lot of weird roster percentages in terms of ownership right now. It's really bizarre.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I just love him.
Look at this disrespect too. No face.
Yeah, right. Can we get a picture for the dude? What's up with that? Put my face in there. Can we do a little cutout of my face and put that in there?
Yeah, actually, that's gonna be my next. I'm gonna ask Nick about that. This is we're live for those of you that are not or who are listening or not watching. Matt McLain has no picture on the picture list profile. We gotta get that updated. Nick Pollock taking it right to the top right now. Get this fixed. But Matt he's incredible. I love Matt McLain. He could do everything. He's just not as flashy as Ellie is, and he's a really, really solid hitter. Mike, I'm all for it.
Yep, love him so much, and I thought about writing a little love letter to him, which we'll get into a little bit later, but I didn't. Go to somebody else.
A little teaser for you.
Yeah.
Britton, Matt McLain, you a fan?
I love Matt McLain. That's a great call. However, and this is not controversial, but I wrote a love letter. And do we have any Sade? This is no ordinary love. I should have set that up before.
Well, wait, we're not doing the love letters yet, though, right?
We're not doing the love letters yet, but so I'm not going to give anything away. But
okay, all right. I will get some Sade for you, though.
Thank you. I also wrote a love letter on paper, an actual love letter to my player. He was also a Cincinnati Red, and that's all I'm going to say.
Hell yeah, dude! That's
I'm
awesome.
going to I want to guess yours, Britton, because I have a pretty good idea of who it is, but I want to guess when we get there.
Okay, great. And so I love Matt McLain. I was lucky enough to pick him up in a couple leagues. 5 category contributor. Stick him in your middle spot. He plays for the Reds. He's going to get runs. His batting average is good. He's the whole deal. I can't wait to see how it goes in the second half. But I mean, he's providing you counting stats in every single category. So yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah. And the one question I'm going to ask, and we can move on to the next player here, is if he's not owned in your league, please send me an invite. If you guys play for money, I would love to play in your league next year.
It's our fantasy baseball draft.
Yeah, get ready for next year's fantasy baseball draft. That's right. Let's move on to the next guy here. Scott McGough of the D-backs, the new closer officially. Is it not even official, but it doesn't matter? Who wants to talk about Scott McGough here?
Another guy I wrote down was Mr. McGough, and he was McRuffed up last night. Gave up a couple runs and blew the lead, and they ended up losing the game. So, of course, I wrote this before that yesterday's game, which I was a little bummed about. But the guy's been incredible the past month, really. And those are his first runs, I believe, in over a month. So
another no-facer, by the way. You love all the no-facers.
I know, right? But the guy's been spectacular. And obviously he plays for the NL West leading Diamondbacks.
For now.
Yeah, for now, exactly. So I picked up he was dropped in my league after his rough start, and I was happy to get him, and I'm happy to own him. So I'm hoping that he continues to pitch well, and this is just a small little nick in the armor here.
Look at this game log. First earned runs he's given up since all the way back to May 12th. Friday, May 12th was the last earned run he gave up, folks. It's right here on the screen.
It's like a month and a half ago. That's insane. And for the season, the rough start that he had, I know they use Chafin and Castro. Yeah, and certain high leverage situations. But I like McGough a lot rest of the season, especially if he's got a solo stranglehold on that role.
Ha-Seong Kim, he can't stop, won't stop ever. Why? What's the deal there? Shouldn't he give up and go home?
No, another whole.
Oh no, he shouldn't. Okay,
he's my flavor of the week. He's worth noting here because he has he had hit another home run today with another 2 RBIs hitting out of I believe the 7 hole.
Nice.
He's got 3 position eligibility between second, third, and short. And then he travels to Cincinnati after just playing in Pittsburgh. So at least for the rest of this week, I like him a lot. Do you guys have any interest right now in Ha-Seong Kim? Is he owned in any of your leagues?
Thank you very much.
I drafted him in a lot of places. I'm sorry, go ahead, Mike.
But do you still have him now, Britton? Where is he now?
Oh, I love Ha-Seong Kim. This is his 3rd year in his contract with the San Diego Padres.
Finally.
When he came over from the KBO. So his first year, it was fine. Second year, okay. This year, he made swing changes. He's going to try to hit for more power. You know, he's a really great player, but it's also kind of like he's a vampire, you know, and like he got his hooks into Jake Cronenworth and sucked all the life out of Jake Cronenworth. And now Jake Cronenworth is all pale and walking around like, I don't know what's going on. And Ha-Seong Kim is taking all his, taking his lunch money. But yeah, I like Ha-Seong Kim a lot. I think he's like the one bright spot on that team lately. And Juan Soto's not having that bad a year when you look at the thing overall, but there's a weird, like they just keep losing and no one knows why, but it's happening. So I don't know, but Ha-Seong Kim is like the one bright spot on that team right now.
Yeah, I had him in some leagues, and I dropped him. I dropped him in one, a Fantrax 50 Classic, which is basically a $100 head-to-head points league, and I just let him go last week. But you can add players back quickly, so it's very possible I'll bring him back aboard. I don't have him universally. I have kind of fallen out of favor with him, Mike. He was a guy that was supposed to be really exciting when he first showed up, didn't show that. What he's showing now, especially with the steals, which we got a little bit more of last year, is more appealing. So I guess I just got to live with the fact that my life sucks when it comes to Ha-Seong Kim.
Cry me a river, dick face.
Well, it's also worth noting, too, that he's been hitting leadoff. Not today, but he had been hitting leadoff for like 4 or 5 straight games. So if he's sitting in front of somebody like Tatis, Machado, and Soto, obviously adds to his value. But the dude's been incredible. Over the past month, he has 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. Or sorry, that's for the past 2 weeks. 3 home runs and 6 stolen bases. So over the past month and hitting close to 300. So I am currently, I don't think this pace is sustainable. I mean, just from what we've seen, but who knows? But I like him a lot, especially for the rest of this week with his games coming up against Cincinnati in Great American Ballpark.
All right, speed rounded, Mike. Anybody else here in the catch of the day you want to mention?
No, not really. I do want to make just a couple quick notes. Ranger Suarez, how good has that guy been over the last month? And can he keep it up? He gets the Nats this weekend. And then I also want to shout out Britton's guy, Gavin Williams. They just sent down Logan Allen today. So,
I knew it. Good. I told you, people.
Yep.
I told you that Logan or BB might hit the high road. I fucking knew it. I called it. Hell yeah. I'm taking a moment. This is news to me because I haven't heard that today. They sent Logan Allen down. Wow.
They did. Yep. So that's obviously good news for Gav, and it's also good news for Tanner Bybee and some of the other guys. I thought for a while they were going to go 6-man rotation, but then there was speculation about Logan getting sent down. He hasn't been very good. Like every other rookie pitcher, I have concerns with the innings and when they're actually going to cap him out. Who knows if the Guardians don't have anything to play for?
Not with Williams, Mike.
You don't think so?
They're going to let him go. Yeah, they're going to let him go.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, because he cracked triple digits last year, I believe, off the top of my head. I can double check that. So.
Yeah, he did. He pitched over 100 innings. My concern is that, if they don't have anything to play for, they're just going to keep rolling him out there?
Oh, the Guardians are in the mix, baby.
Are they? I haven't even checked the Central in a while.
Are you kidding me? The Central's a joke. It's a total joke.
The team leading the division has a losing record. I mean, it's all the cards are on the table.
But it's crazy you want to me to change? Fuck you! But it's crazy to me the Guardians just don't hit either. And that's only that's so crazy to me. Although they have picked it up recently a little bit.
No one's hitting. The Twins are actually getting good pitching this year. They're not hitting. The Tigers can't hit. The White Sox are shit. The Royals can't do anything. It's just a fraud. It's an absolute fraud, a travesty, an embarrassment to MLB. The whole thing should be burned down. They should all be demoted or regulated to AAA. Regulated? Relegated. If they were regulated, maybe they'd be better, actually. But they'll have to be relegated instead.
Real
you
quick,
say fraud, I say beautiful nightmare. The sun also rises, baby. Let's watch this thing play out. I love it. I love that division. It's my favorite.
Let's lock it in. Who wins the Central? Michael, we'll start with you.
Twins.
Britton.
Cleveland Guardians.
Mike?
I'm with Michael. I'm going with the Twins just because the starting hitting.
Okay, there it is. We're all on the record. We can move on.
Michael, before we leave this section, can I say two things real quick?
Ezequiel, you want to talk about Phil Humber's dick?
Is that a Harvey reference or whatever that was at the beginning?
I don't know where I am.
Yeah, all right. Ezequiel Duran for the Texas Rangers is the hottest hitter in baseball.
Yes!
He's like McLain times 5. If there's any reason that he is available in your 12-team league, go pick him up. Drop the worst player on your bench. Oh, and number 2, Hunter Harvey is the closer for the Washington Nationals.
That's right.
And that doesn't sound like a big deal, but it is, because the Washington Nationals aren't as bad as you think they are. They're competitive. He is going to pick up saves. Finnegan lost his job about 3 weeks ago. They don't use him in high leverage anymore. Hunter Harvey has taken over that job. If you need saves, go get Hunter Harvey. And the second thing is Tommy Pham's a weirdo.
But how dare you usurp my authority?
I love Hunter Harvey. I've been targeting him now 6 weeks ago. I was like, this job is his. It was already turning that way. Kyle Finnegan overachieved with really bad ratios. The tea leaves expressed themselves to me clearly that Hunter Harvey was going to be the closer. So if you got ahead of it, then you're already there. I'm one of those people in a couple leagues. Didn't do that in all my leagues, though, because, I had other closers. There's always context on what your roster is doing. In fact, in my CBS league, which I have Ezequiel Duran on, he's been incredible because he has so much positional eligibility, so you can fill him in anywhere. It's just so easy. He's such a godsend to your lineup. He's the gift that really makes your lineup go, and you have one less worry with Duran on your squad. I loved him last year. For some reason, I didn't draft him enough this year because I thought there'd be a glut of issues. The Rangers had a lot of talent. They brought in Seager. They brought in Simeon. And these were guys that were filling all these spots. Josh Young was back. He was at third. It was like, where was Duran going to play? I just didn't see a spot. But here he is. He's the man. And I don't get enough of him.
He's the one Texas Ranger that you may be able to go get on the waiver wire if you're lucky, because you want a piece of that Texas Ranger offense because it's awesome. Nobody thought it was going to be this awesome during the offseason. So that's why Ezequiel Duran kind of slid through. But now, now's the time before it's too late.
Real quick, rest of the season, Matt McLain or Duran?
Oh, you dick. Why don't we save this for trade reviews? I'm going to bring this up.
Sounds good.
I'm going to think about that for a minute. That's a good one. Don't forget that one. Write it down.
Yeah. Another guy on Texas, Leody Taveras, who doesn't get enough money either. He's been hitting the hell out of the ball, too.
That's funny. In that CBS league, I have Duran and Taveras. I picked them up for free agents, just on that one team in particular. But
good.
Taveras has been stealing bags. He was a really legit prospect. And Bruce Bochy said they had barely tapped into what he could really offer. Once I read that, I'm like, that's a pretty bold statement by a manager who's been around for a long time. So I like Taveras, too. I do. I love everyone.
He's an elite defender, too, and managers love that S.
Oh, that's boring. Defense? This is a fantasy baseball show, Britton. What the hell are you talking about? Defense?
Playing time, baby.
Defense?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. All right, I guess. Fine. I don't know.
We talking about practice.
Chad says, I can't give a date or time just yet. Was hoping to have it right now, but I can announce that the Pallazzo Chad is officially returning during the All-Star break with guest Matt Heckman discussing deadline stashes. All right, cool, Chad. Yeah, Chad is over on our Twitch channel. He does shows sometimes, and Matt Heckman's a good guest to have. So make sure you check out our Twitch if you've never done that. We'd love to have you over there. All right, moving on from all that shit. Where you want to go next here? You want to go return of the Mack? You want a return of that Mack? Fine, let's return the Mack. Okay.
You got to play my tune, Michael.
Oh, man, I got so many jobs on this show. It's hard, I'm trying to do 10 things at once, and I'm letting everyone down. There we go. I vamped. Return of the Mack. That's right. We try to give you guys players that are on the mend, or, that are coming back soon, or that, I don't know, maybe you should just be aware of that, like, they're gonna start turning it on, like they've become themselves again. All right, take it away, Mike.
Love it.
So Brandon Lau moved to AAA Wednesday. They're targeting his homestand around July 3rd.
Don't do it.
Monday, July 4th.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So I think I saw a tweet of yours a couple days ago, Michael. Weren't you high on Brandon Lau going into?
I was. Yeah, but you have to change, right, Mike? We all change once we realize we get more information, and I've changed.
Sure.
Yeah. I love Brandon Lowe. I drafted him heavily. Well, second most to Jonathan India in terms of second basemen, because Brandon Lowe was going around 140 ADP in the preseason.
Yep.
But you learn about this back issue, which goes back to last year, and now he's got pain. down his legs, nerve pain. That I've had that, sciatica or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's really a turnoff for me. I think I'm out now. I think I'm just like, no, thanks. I don't want to play that game.
Yeah, and it's worth noting he wasn't playing very well before he got hurt anyways, and he's kind of a suck on batting average. So
That's putting it mildly.
Yeah. Moving on, Eduardo Rodriguez rehab start was today. I haven't seen the results from that, but they're targeting a return likely around the All-Star break for him. So that's good. If he's available in your league, I would pick him up.
That's one of two Tiger starters that are going to be back.
Yeah. Tarek Skubal, right? He's going to be back at some point too, right? Yeah.
I think, I wrote about this in group with Govier this week that it was lining up where he could start on 4th of July next week, Tuesday.
There you go. Well,
yeah, his rehab starts are looking good too. So
yeah.
He's imminent if he's out there, and you're a Tigers fan. Although you may want to see how it works, but he's
Go Tigers.
Yeah.
Liam Hendricks clear to start throwing. He's likely to return around after the All-Star break.
Can't do it.
Yeah, Brandon. I'm like you with Brandon Lowe. I'm not really high on Liam Hendricks moving forward. I think it's a great story for baseball. I'm talking about just from a pure fantasy perspective. I just don't think they're going to let him throw that much this year. And Kendall Graveman's been playing pretty well too. They'll be careful with Hendricks for this year. But worth shot in the dark in some deeper leagues if he's available. James Paxton, his knee is fine. He's going to make a start tomorrow. So I like James Paxton a lot. He's also in my later on in the show. Sean Murphy returned back from the hammy quote unquote injury, tightness, whatever you want to call it. But it looks like he's playing every other day with Travis d'Arnaud, at least to start. So
d'Arnaud's come alive big time.
Yep. I mean, the rich get richer. I mean, they got Murphy and d'Arnaud to keep these guys fresh, and both of them just keep hitting. So, I mean, and they both hit like 4 or 5 in the lineup, which is awesome.
Man.
So
it's pretty good. I think even Britton would agree with that.
Well, you've got Ozzie Albies, one of my favorite players in Major Leagues. He's been heating up like crazy.
Love him.
And of course, you probably have the best
Blah, 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 blah.
You probably have the best player right now, Ronald Acuna Jr. So, yeah.
Oh, he's all right.
Yeah, the Braves are going to be all right.
Yeah.
Even Eddie Rosario is hitting, which I find bizarre, but apparently that
bizarre.
happens.
Yeah, I guess it does.
Whatever, one of the best hitters in June.
Yeah. Well, enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
Why? I'm not going to ruin it. He had like that vision issue, and it was really bad. So I don't want to. Good for you, Eddie.
Yeah, exactly. Ryan Helsley, Michael, I think you drafted him too, I believe. Was it in the main
Not
event?
anymore, though. I cut his ass everywhere. I'm done.
Oh, did you?
Last week I said I'm out because he hadn't pitched yet. It's going to take a couple of weeks before he can ever gear up again. So I'm like, I'll see you later. Plus, Jordan Hicks has taken over that role, which is stunning to me. It's stunning that Jordan Hicks is good. He's good.
He's always throwing the fastball really well. Just cannot seem to locate it.
Yeah, it's a miracle. It's a goddamn miracle. And that team is cursed, and Ollie Marmol's a fool, but yet he's a miracle. It's amazing.
Yep.
I love Jordan Hicks too, but that's a don't go chasing waterfalls situation right there. It really is. What was that band?
Wait, don't go Jason Waterfalls?
TLC.
I thought it was Jason.
TLC.
Yeah, I thought it was Jason. Don't go Jason Waterfalls. They're like, don't leave Jason. Isn't that what he said?
If we were TLC, can I be Chili?
Sure. Yeah, as long as I'll be Left Eye. Yeah, you be Chili. Mike's clearly T-Boz, like he's really grounded and like really the leader in the end, and I'm off the rails. I'm dead, actually. If I'm Left Eye, I'm not alive, so that kind of sucks. I don't want to die. Shit. But I did have that cool rap breakdown in that song. That's a cool rap breakdown she does.
Yeah.
Dreams are hopeless aspirations or something like that. Which is kind of sad,
Andre
actually.
Rison,
here we go.
Right?
Hey, shout out right now. I'm going to do this live because I'm thinking of it. Shout out Jake Hallisker from Cleveland of the, he's of many things. He's of Rotosaurus. Once upon a time, there was High Stakes Heat. Jake Hallisker, high stakes player. Actually, overall auction champion 2019, I believe, for NFBC.
That's right. Yep,
and you just brought that up, and I'm pointing it out, Jake. I'm going to leave the rest to mystery. Jake, that's for you, because Britton just pointed out that Andre Rison cultural tidbit. There we go. All right, Michael, back to you.
Back to Ryan Helsley. He's cleared to start throwing. They say he's not close to returning. I don't think he's going to pitch again until late July, early August. So, You good, Michael?
Oh, boy. Yeah, I just realized I got auto-picked in my sleeper draft right now. God damn it!
boy.
This is like my third auto-pick in this. I'm in a best ball draft for sleeper fantasy football. It's my third auto-pick on like 10 picks. And it's 8-hour clock.
That means you're going to win the league, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if you've ever
Yes.
noticed this, but like every NFBC league, like draft champions, whoever auto picks the first round wins the league. It's uncanny.
Genius, genius, genius.
Wow. Well, I did have my queue set up, so I got Brandon Cooks. I'm happy with that. I like Brandon Cooks this year in Dallas. It's going to be a good season.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
No, all good. Alek Manoah, I have to put it on here just because Michael loves talking about him so much. Believe it or not, I thought this was funny. The reason why I put him in here is I don't know if you guys saw the report. The team was quote unquote encouraged after his 11 earn run outing the other
That's
day,
right.
Which I'm not really sure how that works.
It's because he's going through some things. So the fact that he is out there, it's not about the output. This is Florida Gulf Coast Rookie League stuff, complex league.
Right.
You don't have to worry about the output. You have to worry about the fact that he's out there pitching, and it's actually pretty sad. It's unfortunate. I feel bad for the guy. And this debate goes on, right, guys, where these are professional athletes who make millions of dollars. Shouldn't we have the right to, rip them or give them shit? Well, I think it still depends. They're still human beings, okay? So I'm not just going to universally rip every guy who struggles, and especially if a guy like Manoah, which people don't know the full truth, and I can't disclose it here, but if you're in the Pallazzo Podcast Discord, you actually could learn a thing or two from somebody who's in there, and that's all I'm going to say is we got some quality information there, which has revealed to me that this guy's, there's more going on there, and so I'm just going to be nice to him. I feel bad for him, and I wish him well.
Yeah, I'm in the buy low camp. I think if you're in an auto new league, you can get them for $1, $2.
That's a good call.
He was third in Cy, and I know that it's one of those deals like you never know, but he was third in Cy Young Award voting last year. Obviously, Verlander won, but he was ahead of Shane McClanahan, Framber Valdez. He's shown the skill. This is a really bad patch, and he's just too young not to come out of it. I just don't believe it. So I think now's the time. If you're in a dynasty league or an auto new league or keeper league, anything like that, go get him for $1. Like everybody's given up, especially after this news. Now's the time to get Alek Manoah because it's not going to cost you anything to get him, and he could turn out to be one of those great redemption, cases where he has a bad year and he comes out that he had family issues, health issues, whatever. He's so young. In a year or two, he could be right back to, being one of the great starting pitchers in the major league. So,
he's ready. Look at him.
So don't, take this. It's an opportunity as a fantasy baseball manager. Go get Alek Manoah while his stock is so low.
Good idea.
That's a good call. For $1, he's worth it in those types of formats. Last one, and then we'll move on. Jazz Chisholm, who has returned with a vengeance and hitting the shit out of the ball. Back. Yeah, I don't have any shares of him. He's always hurt, and I even got some trade questions regarding him. I should have had him on the last segment I was on with you guys on the do not. I can't believe I didn't put him on there. He was another do not draft guy for me.
Great player. I didn't draft him at all.
Me
great
too.
player. He just can't stay healthy. So,
and I don't know if he will. This toe thing needs surgery off season. So how long can it last? Is it really about pain threshold?
Who knows? I'll let it be somebody else's problem, not mine.
Who knows? Who can say for sure? All right. Well, when we have nothing good to say here, we usually just say
Mark Lard.
There it is.
What is that from again?
Mark Lard.
Oh, it's Mark Lard, dude. Come on. It's from South Park.
Mark Lard.
That's right. Yeah.
The Mark Lard is just the universal word of the language of the people that they run into.
Right.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Good stuff. Rock and roll. McDonald's. Wesley Willis tribute. Okay. So let's get into, that's right. I promised still tipping. I got to do this real quick. Boy, there's so much that we're just not going to be able to do today. We got so much. You guys would be really impressed if you guys could see this document we put together and the work we've done. I'm very impressed. We really loaded this thing out. We got like 3 shows in one for this, so we're going to have to just move to next week what we don't get done today. So. But let's find out who's still tipping. Actually, I wanted to use the song. Anytime somebody's tipping their pitches, this needs to be the song, like the official song.
Right?
So, we haven't had a tipping scandal lately that I can recall, where like a pitcher was clearly tipping their pitches. But just remember that for next time, and I brought that up. All right, so right off the bat, still tipping. Someone put down Marcell Ozuna. Still tipping, by the way, means in our definition, players who are cruising, but they're not going to continue. They're cruising right now, but the party's almost over. They're still tipping, but not for much longer. Marcell Ozuna.
Yeah, so I put Marcell Ozuna in here, and I just think his roster percentage is extremely low. I just also want to go on note of saying that I personally am a fan of Marcell Ozuna for pretty much went undrafted everywhere. I don't know many teams that did pick him up from the whole. Now I'm completely, I'm not discounting what he did in the offseason and his extracurricular activities outside on the field.
Yeah, there's been a couple incidents over the last 3 years, Mike. So people might assume that you are an evil bastard.
I know, right?
But you're not.
Exactly. He's like the king of the solo shot. Guy just hits solo home runs, and he's out of. I think I tweeted this out. Crazy stat the other day. There's like a bunch of folks that have like 15 or plus home runs. He's the lowest with RBI totals. So which is kind of crazy to me. I mean, what does he got? Like 16 or 17 home runs and only like 30 RBIs.
Yeah, 37 RBI, 16 dongs, 21% K rate. That's not terrible. With a 10% walk rate, which for him, I know he's shown flashes, but the 2020 was the bozo season. That doesn't count at all. So forget that walk rate here. But
right,
yeah. Marcell Ozuna. Okay, what do you think of that, Britton? Are you a fan?
Yeah, I am. He's kind of like he's the power hitter that you picked up, like for if Nelson Cruz was gone or something like that. Just kind of an afterthought. But he's playing on the Atlanta Braves. They locked him into a contract after his good year. They stayed with him after his, off the field stuff, as we say. Which
they didn't really have a choice. That contract was.
They didn't have it. It's a guaranteed contract. They would have cut him if they could have.
That's right. This was football. Bauer. Fuck you. Get out.
Yes, see you never. But he can hit home runs, and he has that skill. And that's what he's going to do for the Atlanta Braves, and they're going to bat him 5th, 6th, 7th, somewhere in there, and let him.
It's not going to last. It's not going to last.
It's not going to last. So yeah, he's on a good streak, and sometimes he hits a ball and pimps it, and it hits the fence and stays in, and he gets a single. That's just that's what he is. So.
Hey, Ozuna, he made his deal with the devil, and he's playing all right now. So you got to enjoy it, Mike. It's a good call.
I made a deal with you.
I'm riding the wave right now.
Hitter.
Yeah, he's cheap. I'm riding the wave. He's playing for the Braves. I just don't expect him to keep it up all year. But
still tipping next. Who also still tipping? Who's next?
And the only reason I put him on here is I actually like him, but I'm going to tell you why I don't think he can keep it up. Is another reason, just like Jazz Chisholm, Jorge Soler. Right now he's on a 40 home run pace. I think he's got 20 something going on right now, and his batting average is the 240s right now, 250s. I think last time I checked.
Standard Soler.
Yeah, I don't expect even that that batting average to sustain too. But he's a very streaky power hitter too, so he's not somebody I think that's going to continue to. He had a great series in Colorado, which really got his bat going, but he's very much a wave home run hitter. Doesn't give you much speed, and he's always hurt. So I'm waiting for that time to come. I feel like we talk about Jorge Soler every year right around this time, and then he just breaks.
He's on the show a lot. Me and you have talked about Jorge Soler a lot lately.
A lot, yeah. What do you guys think on Soler there? Do you think he can keep it up?
It's just power. Power can stay all season long. If that's what you need, then keep him as a power supply. Otherwise, try to move on and get something forward that can help your team. Real simple for me.
What about you, Britton?
Yeah, you have a comment, Britton?
I love Jorge
We're live,
Soler.
We're on the show right now. I don't know if you know where this is a real show.
I love Jorge Soler. I think he's motivated to, and I know y'all don't, or some people don't believe in walk years. This is it.
Ooh.
And do you remember, he played for the Kansas City Royals? I believe he started out with the Cubs.
Yep.
Displayed power. Then he came to Kansas City, had 42 home runs.
48.
Oh my God. So,
and wasn't that the juicy ball year though? Whatever, it did happen.
Yeah,
so it was 2019, I think.
Yeah, it was 2019. Exactly right. I think that's when David Fletcher hit 20 home runs.
If there hadn't been a juicy ball, he would have hit 40. Either way, he's got tremendous power.
He's got power, and so he's going to have a good year this year. Do I want him next year? Nope. No, but he's going to have a good year this year. It's like my man Matt Chapman with the Blue Jays, or one of those guys that are rocking 30, 31, 32. They're going to have a good year this year because they're going to get a nice, Mitch Haniger $18 million a year contract for 3 years or something like that.
I got him lining up.
Yeah, I think Jorge Soler is going to find a way, just like Aaron Judge did last year, find a way to burn that candle at both ends. You got one big lighter in one hand, you got the other big lighter in the other hand.
So he's still tipping. Okay, well, yeah, I think he'll tip all season long. In terms of still tipping, he'll cruise in dongs, but that's pretty much it. Look, by the way, pitcher list. You got a Braves hat on Soler still. Come on, you got to update this stuff. What's going on here? Where do you get your profiles from? All right, give me somebody else. Who else is still tipping?
Real quick, because I think we should move into the love letters here in a second. But two guys, Justin Steele, same concern. I am a little worried about his forearm tightness. And
no, Mike, you're wrong. You're wrong.
No, hang on. The forearm tightness is a little concerning to me. I know that he said he was fine, but I wonder if that creeps up again. So I actually think Justin Steele is a perfect sell high candidate right now if you can get something for him. I don't know if he can sustain this production this year. I did note earlier in the season I did call Justin Steele this year's Kyle Wright. So I am just a little concerned with the forearm tightness. That's the only reason why I put him in here. So
no way, dude. No way. Justin Steele is the real deal. Yeah, he is. Yep. He's real deal Holyfield. Steele, real deal. He feels he's real. He steals. That's it. What else we got? Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel?
Meal. You could eat a meal. I'm trying to figure all these letters and words that rhyme together.
With the steel, so he's not the Man of Steel, is what we're saying.
No, right? There's two Steels. You're right. I think Justin Steele, he's always been legit. Like, this guy's grown into a power pitching dominant lefty. He's awesome. He's a lot of fun. The forearm tightness thing could scare anybody, but the fact that he came back so quickly and they said right away that it was a minimal thing, I'm not going to panic about it. I'm pro Steele. Give me all the Steele in Dynasty. Give me Steele all day. This guy is the real deal, and he's going to continue to be one of the better starters going forward, especially lefties. He's a top 20 lefty in baseball easy, probably a top 10 lefty in terms of lefties. I would argue maybe Jesus Luzardo versus Steele is a legitimate argument, folks. How about that?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Britton,
anyways, I love Steele.
I agree to disagree on that one. Like, I like Justin Steele too, and I like the Cubs, but he's had a good run, and I think he's going to be good, but I don't think he's going to be like Jesus Luzardo.
Well, hey,
if you're willing to barbecue the whole high command,
that's your call. Yeah, you make that happen, buddy. All right.
Is that a Fury reference, or was that Inglorious Basterds?
Very good. It's one of those movies.
if you're willing to barbecue the whole high command, I suppose that's worth certain considerations.
That gives it away. That's clearly Mountain Man Jim Bridger. He's descended from the Mountain Man Jim Bridger, Brad Pitt's character.
Did y'all like Inglorious Bastards?
Love that movie. Yeah. Hell yeah. Are you kidding me? It's one maybe Tarantino's best ever. Seriously. Yeah.
There's no way that
bold
movie,
take, Michael.
I couldn't listen to Brad Pitt's Southern accent. I couldn't. I had to turn it off.
And he's from Tennessee. He's from Tennessee.
Allegedly. Well, yes, his character is from Tennessee.
His character is a mountain man from the Smokies in Tennessee, allegedly.
No, he's from West Tennessee, not East Tennessee. But
oh, he's not? I didn't know they made it that clear. Gee, you know a lot about this. Okay.
I do, because it was so disturbing how bad his Southern accent was. I couldn't watch Inglorious Bastards anymore.
But I do have one question.
Who want my scales? Yeah, I can't listen to that garbage.
Wow.
Pulp Fiction is the best number one with with a hypersonic missile, man.
They don't give a fuck about him. They need you.
Fuck that. Pulp Fiction is a great movie. I was in drama club freshman year, 1994-95 high school, first year in high school, and that movie came out. We quoted it all year long in drama club. It was awesome. We watched that in Holy Grail, Monty Python's Holy Grail, like 80 times. It's a great movie. The soundtrack was awesome for Pulp Fiction. I agree. That's a tough call. I meant to think about that one for a while.
The soundtrack makes it, just like all the Scorsese movies. The music that goes with it is, I would argue, almost as important as like the dialogue and the action. Like what made the Uma Thurman scene with John Travolta, Son of a Preacher Man. I mean, a classic song from Dusty Springfield, who recorded it in England. Just little stuff like that makes the movie. Pulp Fiction #1, Reservoir Dogs #2, Kill Bill really #1, Kill Bill #2, and then I don't care about any of the other ones. But what do y'all think?
No, we're going to table this because this is too important. We're not going to have enough time to discuss it. So we're going to table this for next week. And you guys who are listening and watching, you let us know. You can email the show, by the way, in case you didn't know. Pallazzo Podcast, 2 L's, 2 Z's,
Utah
at gmail.com.
Give me 2.
Send us an email. You could send us an email, or you can talk to us in the Discord, the Twitter. Follow MKB Fantasy Mike and Britton Allen, 2 L's, 2 T's. Of course, MJ Govier.
Utah.
All these Twitter
Give me
handles
2.
are readily available for you. All right, we got to get into our love letters because we haven't done that yet, and that's what the show is supposed to be about. Chad says, another good game for Matt Vierling, starting to get Patrick Wisdom breakout vibes? What? Oh, wow. Man, you guys are on one. Also, Chad says, I have more of a Destiny's Child vibes for Govier. Is Kelly rolling? Britton is clearly the diva. What? Beyonce. And Mike is Michelle Williams. Okay. Well, shit. I didn't even think about Destiny's. To me, it's not even close. Like, TLC's up here. Destiny's Child's way down here. Sorry. That's how I feel about that.
Agreed.
All right. Let's get into our love letters. I wish I could turn the lights down on the video and make it all dark.
Right. Get some
Let's
candles
not get
or something.
too weird. Just
Let's take it all the way, Britton. Come on.
Oh, here we go.
All right. So, who wants to go first? I'll go first. I'll set the mood here.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hi, with Mike Govier here on the Pallazzo Podcast, and I'd like to dedicate this love letter to Tyler Wells. You can laugh all you want. You guys can make noises. Don't laugh. Don't cry.
This is me being slightly aroused.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let me get my lotion and tissues real quick. Hang on.
Yeah. Let's take this up a notch.
Good Lord.
Anyways, I want to pay tribute to Tyler Wells. Tyler Wells is so underrated, so underappreciated. The guy has increased his K rate this year. He's striking out more hitters. Yes, he's given up a lot of dongs. Me and Tyler Wells, when it comes to dongs, we got something going on. It's not the best, It's unfortunate that he's giving up a lot of dongs, but I think at the same time, if we could have a different dong party, I would still be okay with that. I think this guy's very special. He's a special guy. Tyler Wells, 92 innings pitched this year. Rock solid consistency. He's out there every day. And he's got a 3.21 ERA. What I really love about Tyler Wells is his .88 whip. He's got a whip under .9, folks. That is incredible. That is the kind of stuff that makes my mouth water. It gets me hot at night. When I'm alone in my bed and my wife's right next to me, and I know I could easily turn her over, we could have some sex.
I'm going to barf.
I'm thinking about Tyler Wells. I'm thinking about what Tyler Wells has done for me. And as that saxophone takes us deep into the night, Tyler Wells, I love you. I appreciate you. And I want to thank you for what you've done for all my fantasy teams this year. Tyler Wells, you are my MLB love.
But this music reminds me of every romantic scene that happened in the 80s in a movie like Tequila Sunrise or, some weird movie like that.
Yeah, I was trying to do a Red Shoe Diaries type thing. Jamie says, love letters. Why don't we send some love to Robbie Ray? Why, something bad happened to Robbie Ray?
Oh, from Brentwood, Tennessee. Robbie Ray.
Because he's hurt? Poor Robbie Ray. Well, anyways. All right, that's my love letter. Tyler Wells. I love this dude. He's so underappreciated, and he's just the absolute, he defines what the Orioles are, the team that, they're like the underachievers. They're still growing. They're still coming about, and they give more than you think every night. It's awesome. So I love Tyler Wells, and I'm locking that in all season long.
Thank you for talking so well about my O's, Michael. It just brings joy to my heart.
Yeah, well, let's hear yours. Who you got? What's your love letter to?
Division leading Orioles?
That's right. Oh, wait, no, they haven't caught the Rays yet, have they?
No, they haven't. No,
Oh, yeah,
they're
I'm
second,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry. You're right.
I forgot about that one team, the Rays, who are really, really good. They're still good? Okay, just checking.
Mine is somebody that everybody was high on going into the season. Mine was Corbin Carroll.
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
great.
I love Corbin Carroll. I loved him going into the season. I took him actually one round. I took him one round earlier than his ADP. So a lot of people in my league gave me shit for him and said, "Oh, that's too early for Corbin Carroll. It's too many unknowns."
Yeah.
And he's been a fantasy darling because I drafted Trey Turner in my home league at 1-1. Corbin Carroll has picked up that slack and has kind of helped me along the way, and hoping that Trey can get his head out of his ass and give me first round talent, which he's starting to. But I did write Corbin a little love letter here.
Oh.
I'm not going to do the. I'm not going to do the.
You
voice.
don't do the voice.
I said, "Dear Corbin, how is your shoulder?" I wrote this earlier, just right where we're doing the prospect show. I hope your shoulder's okay. I feel like I owed it to you to let you know that I drafted you in my home league a round earlier than your ADP. Trey Turner has been kind of blah all year, and you stepped up and filled that hole in my heart. Thank you for carrying me and my squad so far, and I hope you can keep up your glorious season. I love your luscious hair as well. I have full confidence you'll go 30-30 this year and even win some NL MVP votes. Where should we ship your NL Rookie of the Year trophy? Maybe my house? Anywho.
This is literally a love letter.
Anywho, you're my favorite player in the league, and I look forward to drafting you again in the first round next year. Love always, Mike.
Beautiful. Poetic.
Cyrano de Bergerac, watch out.
All right, very good stuff. Yeah, Corbin Carroll. Wow. I mean, I didn't think he'd be this good this fast. I thought it'd be like, it'd be a good rookie year, but wow, he's incredible. He's absolutely badass. I can see why you love him. I'm jealous. I'm envious. I wish I could be in love, but we can only have one love, folks. That's how America works. Monogamy is the only way. There's no other options, and that's life. All right, Britton, you're up next. Close it out, Britton.
I don't know how. I have no idea how I'm going to follow those two.
You wrote yours out though. That's pretty good. I didn't write mine out.
I wrote it on my phone, so
I did.
Even better.
I did, and I'm going to make it fast. This is a gentleman that I referenced earlier when Mike Virginia was talking about his McLain love, and I said, "Whoa, wait a minute. Let's not forget about T.J. Friedel." Mike, is that the guy you thought I was going to talk about?
No, I will say I did see the show sheet earlier just now, so I did see it. But that, okay. So it's gonna seem like I was cheating, but that's who I was gonna guess. It was either gonna be him or Jake Freely. So I knew, but I was thinking Friedel.
Jake Freely from LSU. Also,
I love Jake Freely. He would be on. I got a love letter for Jake Freely too. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love Jake Freely. But today I'm going to talk about T.J. Friedel. Terry Lee Friedel. And you're like, Terry Lee Friedel? How does that turn into TJ? And I was like, oh, we'll save that for later. But right now, let's talk about TJ Friedel. The scrappy player success story. I love TJ Friedel. He played baseball in high school, but he didn't get a scholarship to any college. He went to the University of Nevada. Go Wolfpack or Los Lobos or whatever. And he was a walk-on. So here's TJ Friedel in his young life. Walk on to college at the University of Nevada. That's awesome. Played in his junior year. He batted over 400 with a 4.94 OBP. He was first team Mountain West Conference captain, but he did not get drafted. Wildly disrespected by scouts because of his size and because his name's Terry Lee Friedel, not yet TJ, but we'll get to that. So he was a walk-on player in college. He was not drafted, but he was signed as an undrafted free agent with obviously the Cincinnati Reds. And in his professional debut with the Billings Mustangs, his first game as a professional, he hit 2 home runs. Not one, not 3, Utah. Hey, Utah, how many chili dogs do I want? No. Wait a minute.
Meatball subs.
Meatball subs.
You know it.
I'm never going to get that right.
Give me 2.
give me 2. Anyway, so he climbed up the minors. Like going through the Susan Sarandon, like going through all the stuff that you do in the minors, riding the bus. He played for the Dayton Dragons, and let me tell you, playing for the Dayton Dragons isn't as cool as it sounds, because love you, Dayton, Ohio. Don't want to hang out there. And anyway, so
I love Dayton.
Yeah, just kidding, guys. But anyway, and so then he got promoted to the Pensacola. We all know the Blue Wahoos, where he was successful, and then got promoted to a city near and dear to my heart. This is where my older brother lives. Shout out Christian Allen, the Chattanooga Lookouts in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and then got finally called up to AAA in Louisville, Kentucky, the Louisville Bats in 2021. He played so well. He got called up in 2021. He played so well at AAA. They called him up September 18th, 2021. And on the next day, September 2021, his first hit as a major league player was... No one wants to guess.
It's a dog.
A home run, because that's what he does, because he's awesome. So he plays center field every day. He bats leadoff against righties in the most exciting team in Major League Baseball, which is the Cincinnati Reds, and 8th against lefties. So yes, he does. He plays every day, but yes, he hits 8th against lefties. First against righties. Who cares? I don't care about any of that. He plays every day because they like him. He's a scrapper, and he hits. And let's talk about his season stats, which are 5 category, 6 home runs. Let me look again. I wrote this down. I can't find it. He's got 12 stolen bases. His batting average. Okay. Mike, what do you think his batting average is?
Well, I was just going to look him up and help you out here, but I was actually looking at him earlier. I want to say his batting average is 270-ish.
Incorrect. And we're talking over 200, play appearances. Michael Govier, what do you think?
TJ Friedel's batting average is 273.
320.
Jesus.
Wow.
He is contributing everywhere.
He's been hurt a lot too, though. Just saying. I don't want to ruin your love letter, but been out for a little bit. So.
That's like on your love letter, like P.S. I don't love you.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. What about this a love letter?
I knew it.
Anyway, so TJ Friedel, don't forget about him with all the Ellie love. When's Encarnacion Strand coming up?
Yeah.
Joey Votto, I never got him, but some people seem to think he's funny or humorous or something. Whatever. So don't forget TJ Friedel. Oh, and they call him TJ because J is for junior because his father is Terry Friedel. So they put he calls himself TJ as Terry Jr. FYI.
Oh.
I love you. I love you, TJ Friedel.
Worth noting, too, that Friedel is only 44% rostered in Yahoo League, so he could still be available. Britton, to piggyback off of what you said, he's got 31 runs scored, 6 home runs, and 14 stolen bases to go along with 31 RBIs.
Yeah, he's been missing opportunities to play, but he's healthy now. And summer's here in Great American Bozo Park. It's a good call. I love it. These are great love letters. God, I wish we could do. There's so much more we're going to do. We're going to do this next week because there's so much more to do. But I got to leave it here. I got to do another show. And this is what happens on Thursday when I live in America and I live in Canada. And when I come back, I got to do everything here on Thursday. But I'm not complaining because I love this show. This is a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We had some fun, but still very informative. I still think we want to be giving you guys information that keeps you ahead. So we're going to keep working on that. And there was more stuff in here that would help you with like trade review stuff. And Britton's got a little bit of a family feud thing brewing for next week. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we want to thank you guys for listening, watching the love letter stuff. It's silly. It's fun. Hopefully you didn't take it too seriously and you're not upset And if you are, then you don't belong here. Get the hell out of here. Go away. Because sense of humor, we can't live this life without a sense of humor. I don't want to live this life without a sense of humor. I don't know about you guys, but
Michael, real quick, where's your next show at? What are you doing?
It's Cinema 9. I'll be doing the Cinema 9 podcast momentarily with my pals Travis and Eric. And we're going to be doing Sin City. I bet Britton's got an opinion on Sin City, I'm sure. So.
I love Sin City. It's expertly directed, not much of a plot or character development or anything, but it's not about that. It's about visuals and direction, and it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how did the Crying Game go? I would love to hear your thoughts on it.
Well, you should listen to the episode or watch the episode.
I will do it. That's 2 movies.
I don't want to spoil it for you.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
It's going to be awesome. So, yeah, Cinema 9's up next. Thanks to Mike. Follow Mike on Twitter, MKB Fantasy. He's got the Ask Mike Anything channel in the Discord. Take advantage of it, guys. Trade questions, roster decisions. It's all available for you, okay? And, of course, follow Britton Allen and check out It's Gone. It's Gone. It's a fab podcast of record. It comes out on Mondays? Should come out on Sundays. I feel like it should come out on Sundays.
It should come out on Sundays, but sometimes it's gone. You know?
There you go. Good plug.
Gone. Yeah, no, I can understand.
Michael, can I get one more? Give me 2 real quick before we head out.
Utah, give me 2.
Damn right. That's for Britton Allen. That's 2 T's, 2 L's on Twitter. Follow Britton on Twitter. Follow MJ Govier.
Utah
podcast.
Give me
2
2
L's, 2 Z's. We love doing this show. We hope you enjoyed it. We'd like to have a few laughs along the way. Don't forget, we'll be back next week with a bunch more. But until then, if you feel like, hey, I'm missing the show, get your ass in the Discord and...
That one is long gone.
For it's long gone, as Ernie Harwell said. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to turn it over to Russell Crowe. This is the official fantasy baseball podcast of Russell Crowe, the Pope's exorcist?
Captain Aubrey.
Captain Aubrey, that's right. We're turning it on over to him.
Lucky
you guys can just
Jack.
leave because
Lucky
when the
Jack.
show ends, I'll just be moving into Cinema 9. So you two, you guys are the best. Love doing the show with you guys. Thank you so much for making this what it is. I'm really loving the vibe. See ya!
See you guys. Have a good weekend.
Right, lads. Now, I know there's not a faint heart among you. And I know you're as anxious as I am to get into close action. But we must bring him right up beside us before we spring this trap. That will test our nerve. And discipline will count just as much as courage. The Acheron is a tough nut to crack. More than twice our guns, more than twice our numbers. And they will sell their lives dearly. They mean to take us as a prize. And we are worth more to them undamaged. Their greed will be their downfall. England is under threat of invasion. And though we be on the far side of the world, this ship is our home. This ship is England. So it's every hand to his rope or gun, quick's the word and sharp's the action. After all, surprise is on our side.